Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at a game played between Fujii Souta and Makino, played on May 14th, 2019 in the 45th Kyo tournament. We have a move-loss bishop exchange opening. There are various ways of continuing. Many times black will fight against it with the Hayakurigin, moving the silver to 3-7 and 4-6, planning to attack on the third file. Fujii used a different setup. Itodani used to use this variation frequently several years ago, but no longer plays it. Both sides played flexibly with their king and rook positions, and this result ended up better for black. Switching to a right side king. Before action is initiated, white wants the gold closer to his king. Black wants to attack on the right side of the board, so he moves his king further away from this area before doing so. This knight drop is a typical way to set up a frontal attack with 2-4 pawn. If white tries to defend by moving the gold out of the way of the knight when it comes to 2-4, then 1-4 pawn. Okay, and here I'll pass a move just to show the threat. It's 1-2 pawn. Better for black. If he takes with the gold instead, then there's this knight fork. Makino defended with this knight drop on 1-2. It looks difficult to play such a passive-looking move, but on the upside it stops Fujii from attacking immediately in a straightforward manner. This clears the way for the rook. Perhaps intending to play 6-5 pawn and 6-4 pawn. This bishop drop prepares an attack with 3-5 pawn and also on the edge. One of the weak points of the Migi Gyoku, that's a right side king, is the king side edge. So Fujii immediately attacks. Instead of that, 4-5 pawn was also possible, and then 3-6 silver. This is also good for black. Another thing he could have done was take the pawn. just allowing white to get his edge play. Despite the material loss, black still has his threat of 2-4 pawn, and the game is still much better for him. If the king runs to 3-1, better for black. If he takes it. Now if 4-3 gold, trapping the rook, black has a really strong rook sack and this fork. The black is winning. So instead of 4-3 gold, if he takes a knight, the rook is very active. This is also better for black. In the game, Fujii played 2-4 pawn. Okay, joining pawn to SVG. And now he could have pulled the rook back to 2-9 so that the rook doesn't get attacked like it was in the game. Advantage to black. Instead of 3-3 silver drop, if he takes it, then he can start attacking this gold. If gold takes, 4-3 pawn promotes, and if 3-2 gold, just attack the gold again. Yeah, this is utter domination. Okay, in the game, he played 2-5 rook. So white tried to get play by attacking the attacking piece, but Fujii found a nice counter to it. 3-4 knight. Now the silver is trapped. Okay, advantage to black. Now 2-3 silver was a simpler way of playing. Good for black. Instead of 3-1 king, if the gold takes, winning for black. If 1-2 king instead, just takes a knight and threatens mate with 2-4 knight drop. And here, if 2-6 silver, yeah, winning for black. Okay, so in the game, 4-8 king. And then 3-4 silver. Well, this was a very risky move. After this, things become unclear. Instead of that, it was better to play 5-8 king, moving the king to safety before proceeding. Okay, the threat was 3-4 bishop. Let me pass a move just to show it. Better for black. Instead of 3-7 horse, if he takes it, just recaptures with the pawn. Also very good for black. Or if he moves this rook away with 7-1 rook, he just takes the silver. Okay, so in the game, 3-4 silver drop. Now things start to get better for white. Instead of this, if 6-5 bishop, things are still unclear. So in the game, he took the knight. Threatening to drop a silver on 2-3. Now 3-3 pawn. This was a mistake, and Makino missed his chance to turn things around. Instead of that, if 2-8 rook, this is better for white. So he played 3-3 pawn, and then 2-3 knight. White took it. Instead of that, it was better to try and defend by dropping the knight on 1-1. Yeah, this is equal. He could have also tried taking this pawn. And then now things are unclear. If 3/4 pawn winning for black, 1-2 king, then mate here. So in the game he took the knight. Then he took the gold. This is an incorrect order of moves and the position becomes unclear yet again. I said time and again that it can be extremely difficult to win in an advantageous position. Most of the time, inaccuracies are made when actively trying to convert it due to the number of promising looking continuations. Instead of that, the correct move was to take the knight first. If he takes it with the lance, then you take the gold. This is winning for black. If the gold takes instead, 1/4 knight. This is a desperate try to end up taking the silver with check. Like this. But even this variation ends up better for black. But the thing is that he doesn't even need to take it. He can just simply move the king away. And the threat of mate is still looming over white's head. Do that. Or if 5-2 rook just takes it. Okay, so in the game he took the gold first. And now 4-9 silver. If the king takes, then there's just mate like this. But the problem with it is that he doesn't need to take. And black has too much space to run for this to work. White's only hope is to try to get an entering king, but here he doesn't have good prospects of doing so due to this silver. Let me just pass a move to show the threat. 4-3 bishop. Later on he also has 2-7 silver drop. Game continued with 3-9 rook. Okay, the threat is 2-4 silver drop. If the lance takes it, then there's mate like this. Okay, now he's going to lose one of the major pieces. And after 3-3 bishop, white resigned. If he plays 1-6 king, then 4-4 bishop promotes. Mate. If 1-8 king instead, 1-7 rook. And instead of 1-5 king, if he takes it, mate. So that's what happens if he runs. If 2/4 knight, he just promotes on 4/4, threatening 2/6 gold. Let me just pass a move. If 2/3 king, 3/3 rook. If 1/3 king, made it that way. So that's what happens when you play 2/4 knight. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me today. Any questions or comments can be left down below. If you learned something from this, please give the video a like. Remember to subscribe and let others know about this channel. If you'd like to further support the channel with donations, you can do so by clicking on the Streamlabs link in the description. Donations are not necessary but are always welcome. I'll see you later. Bye.